One of my favorite styles of videos are discussion videos where we just talk about riding. Completely unscripted, not that I script any of my videos, but where we just have a discussion about mountain biking or gravel riding. And I realized the other day, I've been doing so many videos on bike reviews and product reviews that I wanted to do some where it doesn't really involve you buying something. I just want you to be inspired by my channel, not just to purchase something, but to get out and ride. And so this video is about ride schedules. And this is the kind of video where I really look to the comments because I want this to be a discussion not just one way, but I want you to respond and talk about your ride schedule. So I'm going to share with you my ride schedule and how it may be changing. And I started thinking about this because I'm going through some life changes right now, particularly with my job. And I've been at the same organization for 14 and a half years, and I've developed a ride schedule, and I'm leaving that organization. Not really sure what I'm going to be doing, so I'm not really sure what my ride schedule is going to be like, which is why I've been thinking about this. It's pretty exciting, honestly. Again, I'm going to share with you what my ride schedule has been, and I want to hear from you. Like how many days a week do you ride? How long are they? What days do you ride? So for the past more than 14 years, really, I mean, I was doing this before my current job, and that is I really rely on my lunchtime rides. It's just become something that's so second nature to me of how I prepare and bring stuff to work and, shower so quickly before or shower quickly after the ride and prepare before really quickly. Typically, I take about an hour and 25 minutes to do a ride. And so it's riding for an hour and then 8 to 10 minutes to get ready and then just, 10 or so minutes to shower and get dressed. I can do it really quickly. I've just developed this routine. So what I do, I'll start with Saturday. So typically, now this is as of today, so I leave my current employer a week and a half from recording this video. But today, I ride on Saturdays. That's like my big ride day. And I'll ride between 3 and 5 hours on a Saturday morning. And I usually get going between 7:30 and 8:30. And it's either gravel or mountain bike. And I typically will alternate gravel and mountain bike. I love both, but I need to stay on the gravel bike because if I don't, like I get IT band problems if I've been off the gravel bike for several weeks and I get back on it. So I try to maintain a consistency of riding the gravel bike at least 2 days a week and alternating every other Saturday. So like this time of the year, it's super, super hot. And I don't mountain bike more than about 3 hours on Saturday. Just the woods are more humid. There's bugs. You're just covered in sweat and dirt. And it's pretty nasty, to be honest with you, but it's still fun. But 3 hours is about it because you're climbing these steep climbs and, there's no wind on you and you just overheat more on a mountain bike. Whereas on the gravel roads, you got more wind on you. And so this time of the year, my gravel rides will be 3.5 to 5 hours. And that's pretty much what they are throughout the season. But I will mountain bike longer on Saturdays when the weather cools off. So that's Saturday. Sunday, it's kind of a mixed bag. I typically will just do like a family day where we go hike, we go kayak, we just hang around the house. Sometimes we'll go mountain biking together. But I don't have any ride plans on Sunday. If it works out, great. But if I ride, there's no schedule, there's no plan. I just go out for an hour or two. Nothing hard, just having fun. Sundays to me are about fun and family. And then if I rode Sunday, I will take Monday off. And I try to ride a total of 5 days a week. That's my schedule. And I'm pretty good about it. Like I usually meet that goal. So again, if I ride Sunday, I don't ride Monday. If I didn't ride Sunday, I'll ride Monday. And then if I didn't ride Sunday, I'll try to get 4 days during the week. About 3 of those are during a lunch ride, and then 1 is after work. And the lunch ride, sometimes I substitute with riding to and from work because I live about 8 miles from my office. So in my midweek rides are only like, if I ride at lunch, it's just an hour. If I ride after work, it's maybe an hour and a half. And that's kind of my schedule. So on those seasons where I'm riding really hard, I will basically ride hard Tuesdays and Thursdays. That way I'm, fresher for Saturday. And when I say ride hard, like I've got scheduled intervals that I do. I won't really go into what I do, but it's just intervals. That's how you train. Or mountain bike time trials. That's actually my favorite way to train. for mountain bike and also for cyclocross. I don't do a lot of cyclocross racing anymore because the scene kind of died, and hoping it will come back. But no matter what type of racing I do, whether cyclocross or mountain biking, doing mountain bike time trials, it's you're having so much fun, even though you're pinning it and it's painful, but it's still fun because you're mountain biking. And so that's my favorite way of training. I don't mind intervals, right? Like, I don't like long intervals. I'd much rather do a mountain bike time trial than a long interval. It's just psychologically, after doing those year after year after year, it's just, I like mountain biking. So, but I like short intervals, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes at the most. So that's my hard season. But I only do intervals like a few months out of the year, maybe three or 4 months out of the year. Our race season's in the fall. But going back to the ride schedule, so again, long ride Saturday, maybe Sunday, and then total of 5 days. Maximum during the week is an hour and a half, and that's if I ride after work. Maybe 2 hours if it's a really good ride after work. But that's it. Like, and I've done that year after year after year after year, and just the consistency. I'm one of those like routine persons, and I mean, I've got my morning routine dialed to the minute. My morning routine, I won't really go too far into it, but it's I get like an hour of reading time and meditation time, prayer time, and then I do like a little strength training workout, like 25 minutes and stretching. And that's really for my back and my IT band, my core strengthening. And that has really, like, over the years, made my core strong. That's my ride schedule. Now, like I said, I've been thinking about this because what would I do if I didn't have an 8 to 5 job, or 8 to 6 or 8 to 7? What would I do? And, if I worked from home, which again, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing coming up. I know I'm going to be taking some time off and kind of mentally resetting. I'm not sure if I'm going to work for another organization, but if I don't, if I work from home, like, I would probably take an hour and a half in the middle of 3 days, 4 days a week and go ride, or, maybe try to get up early and start early and finish by 4 and then go ride for a couple hours afterwards. So I've, just been going through my head, like, how would my schedule change? If I worked for another organization, like, what if I didn't get to be able to ride at lunch? And I kind of went through this scenario of how I would ride, and I would basically shift my midweek rides to riding after work. Like I said, I do that 1 day a week right now, maybe 2. Usually it's just 1. But if I worked for another organization where I didn't have, the ability to shower at lunch, or being able to take an hour and a half and work late, which is what I do, how would that change? And so again, that's what got me thinking about this. And if I did that, like, it'd be a little bit of a lifestyle change, right? Like, I'd be getting home later, be getting home at 7 or 8 versus, like 6:30 or 7 like I do now. So, it's just got me thinking. So again, just a little discussion video that I wanted to kind of stir up some comments from you all to let us know. So in the comments below, put how many days a week you ride, how many hours per week you ride, and maybe a little bit about, like, if you ride in the middle of the week, do you ride at lunch? Do you ride after work? Do you commute to and from work? Let us know, because all of us have different lifestyles and different situations. But if you're watching this video, you're probably a cyclist, whether gravel, road, mountain, and that's the commonality we share. But we try to work that into our lives. So it's just fascinating to me how people work cycling into their lives. Yeah, that's the video. So discussion style, love these. Love just kind of off the cuff conversations about riding. So drop that in the comments below. And then, as I just posted recently, if you want to get a Clint Gibbs t-shirt, I'll put in the description below where you can pick one of these up. And I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.